Your parent forgets conversations, repeats the same story again and again, or suddenly looks confused, and you don't know what to say. Many families either avoid the topic or end up arguing. Unfortunately, that only creates more tension and stress for everyone. But the good news is, there are simple communication strategies you can use. These approaches can reduce conflict, ease anxiety, and bring more comfort to both you and your parent. Welcome to Mental Health for Seniors. Here we share research-backed strategies and practical caregiver tips to help you support your aging parents and loved ones. If you find these insights valuable, make sure to hit subscribe and click the bell icon so you won't miss the important guidance we release every week. Today, let's walk through 5 effective ways to talk with a parent showing early signs of dementia. Each of these is based on real caregiving experiences and supported by dementia care specialists. 1. Use simple, clear language. When someone is living with dementia, their brain processes information more slowly. Complex sentences or multiple instructions at once can be overwhelming. That's why it helps to use short, clear sentences with only one idea at a time. For example, instead of saying, "Dad, remember we have to leave at 3 p.m. for your doctor's appointment, so please go put on your shoes and get ready now." Try this. "Dad, we are going to the doctor now. Let's put on your shoes." See the difference? The second version is short, direct, and gives your parent one step at a time. This doesn't mean speaking to them like a child. It means adjusting your communication so they can follow along without frustration. Think of it as making the path clear so they don't feel lost. 2. Be patient and don't argue. It can be incredibly hard when your parent forgets something you just told them 5 minutes ago. Your instinct might be to correct them. "I already told you that." Or, "You're wrong, we talked about this yesterday." But here's the truth. Arguing rarely helps. In fact, it often makes your parent feel embarrassed, anxious, or even defensive. Dementia changes how memory works, and no amount of arguing will force them to remember. Instead, remind yourself, repetition is part of the illness, not stubbornness. Respond calmly, even if you've said the same thing 10 times. You might say, "Yes, we'll be going to the doctor later. I'll let you know when it's time." Your calm repetition gives them reassurance. Remember, you're not just managing information, you're managing emotions and trust. 3. Maintain eye contact and gentle tone words are only part of communication. For someone with dementia, nonverbal cues often matter more than the words themselves. Maintaining gentle eye contact shows them you're focused and that you care. Combine that with a warm tone of voice and relaxed body language. Imagine the difference. If you stand with crossed arms in a rushed tone, even if you say something kind, your parent may feel pressured. But if you sit down at their level, look them in the eye, and speak gently, they're more likely to feel safe and understood. Nonverbal communication builds trust, and trust reduces fear. Even when they don't fully understand the words, they will understand your energy and tone. 4. Validate feelings, not just facts. One of the most frustrating parts of dementia is when your parent says something that isn't accurate or even possible. For example, they might say, "I want to go home," even though they're sitting in their own living room. The natural reaction is to correct them. "But Mom, you are home. This is your house." But that correction rarely works. Why? Because dementia is not only about memory, it's also about perception. To them, what they're saying feels true. Instead, try validating their feelings, not just their words. You could say, "I hear that you want to go home. I know you want to feel safe and comfortable. Let's sit together for a while." This approach reduces their anxiety without forcing them to confront a reality that doesn't match what their brain is experiencing. Validation communicates respect. It tells them, your feelings matter even if the facts are different. 5. Use familiar triggers. Sometimes words aren't enough. That's when familiar triggers can help spark comfort in conversation. These triggers might include old music your parent loved in their youth, A song from the 1960s or 70s can often bring back memories and create an instant sense of peace. Family photos from earlier years, which can start conversations even if they don't recognize everyone in the picture. Objects or scents that connect to positive experiences, like a favorite blanket, a piece of jewelry, or even the smell of fresh baked bread. These familiar cues activate parts of the brain less affected by dementia, helping your parent feel grounded and emotionally connected. You don't need elaborate activities. Sometimes playing their favorite song during a conversation is enough to shift the mood from confusion to comfort. Let's quickly review the 5 strategies. 1. Keep your language simple and clear. 2. Stay patient. Don't argue. 3. Use eye contact in a gentle tone. 4. Validate their feelings, not just the facts. 5. Lean on familiar triggers like music, photos, or meaningful objects. These small adjustments can transform stressful conversations into moments of connection. Caring for a parent with dementia is one of the toughest challenges you'll ever face. But with these tools, you can create more calm, less conflict, and more moments of understanding. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you've faced this challenge, what communication tip worked best for you? Share your story in the comments. It might help another caregiver who feels alone in this journey. If this video was helpful, please give it a like so that other families and caregivers can find it. And don't forget to subscribe because our next video will focus on something equally important: how you can protect your own mental health while being a caregiver. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are not alone on this path.